You right there watching this video, waiting for this live stream to start, or just watching the membership video, man, and why you should join the membership. Let's talk about it real quick, expeditiously. We got the 3 levels. You got the rookie level, you got loyalty badges, you got custom emoji badges, and you have members only live stream. As we get more people flowing in to join the membership, I have members only live chat. That means everybody can see the video that want to see the video, but only members will be able to chat. That's $3. That's a rookie. The All-Star, you get personal shout outs before the videos, maybe after the video, mostly likely before the videos. You give a priority to reply in the chat. So as soon as I see you, I reply before anybody else. Get early access to pretty much all my non-boxing videos there. $10 a month. Then we got the boxing pound for pound superstar for all my boxing boys and gals out there. Get early access to prediction and most of our boxing content, virtual video collaborations, and open debate. So, if you want to pre-record or go live and debate me for a whole video, you got early access to new videos, some of the videos in the All-Star as well too, and priority reply in the comments. So I see in the comments you get priority reply. No instant, that's $20 a month. So let me know what you guys think. Don't have a Patreon no more, so here's where you're gonna get some of that exclusive content I used to have on the Patreon. Peace. All right, man, we back in this thing, man. So I think we went live on Friday. I never shared it on social media, so it is what it is. Had a busy weekend. But yeah, let's just get into it. Errol Spence out here looking bad out here. What he telling him we paid him for? He said, man, get your man. He out here looking bad out here, man. Come on. And like I said before, he usually got lots to say on social media. Had a lot to say about Frank Martin and Keyshawn Davis, which I think he was just promoting Frank Martin. I think Keyshawn Davis took it wrong. All of a sudden, his presence on social media just vanished. What Future say? Voila, magic. And he looking bad out here. You got a couple Al Haymonites and Aerosexuals, trying to defend him. Ain't no defending this. He said he was going the easy route. All right. He said Crawford was on the wrong side of the street. He let Derrick James hype him up. He let Jamil Charlo hype him up. He let Jamal Charlo hype him up. He let Adrian Broner hype him up. He let Javante Davis hype him up. And I think all the way around, all along, he knew Al Haymon wasn't going to make this fight. He knew that. He knew all along Al Haymon wasn't going to make this fight. And that's my God honest opinion. He knew all the way around Al wasn't making this fight. He could say, well, I'm pushing for it, or whatever. He not. Sean Porter pushed the fight, Terence Crawford fought him. Adrian pushed the fight, Marcus Madonna, he fought him. Oh well, Deontay Wilder. Al didn't want him to take on Tyson Fury the last 2 times. He still did it. So I don't really get it. The writing been on the wall since he put that hood over his head and Bud gorilla checked that nigga. And now he got to deal with it. Lippy S, calling him Sam Crawford #1. Blair Fairclough coming out here saying, that, Errol Spence is a coward. He don't want to fight. Now everybody's starting to see it. So imagine people, what they're saying behind the scenes. And a lot of these dudes, a lot of them old timers been saying it. I never liked the energy when it came to Terence Crawford. It never was consistent. And now, at the end of the day, the reason why it's so that the backlash is so strong, it ain't that, I was right all the way along or nothing like that. The reason why the backlash is so strong is because ain't nothing else to talk about in boxing. What is there to talk about? What is there to talk about? You know, what is there to talk about? His presence on social media is non-existent right now. And we know Al Haymon doesn't have a social media. He doesn't have a media presence at all. You know, and all he can do is sit back and take it. The only way this situation get worse, it ain't that if he don't end up fighting Errol Spence. I mean Terence Crawford. It's not that. It's not that. It's if he turn around and fight Keith Thurman. Because we know people talking about, well, why they don't order the number one contender? Why they won't order Jerron Ennis? Jerron Ennis' daddy just said they was going to WBO, WBC route after they beat Custio Clayton. He said that, not me. He said that's the route they going. So they already know Errol Spence not fighting them. And they can say, well, they holding up Virgil Ortiz and Jerron Ennis. They ain't making that fight no time soon. That fight ain't happening at 147 pounds. Mark my words, that fight ain't happening. You got a better opportunity to see Josh Taylor, Virgil Ortiz, Josh Taylor, Jerron Ennis before you see those fights. So we ain't holding up shit for Virgil. They ain't holding up nothing for Virgil Ortiz, Jerron Ennis. That fight gonna go through the same shit this fight went through. Mark my words. It's gonna be the same malarkey. It's gonna be the same thing. Build it up, build it up, build it up. I'm gonna tell Jerron Ennis ain't really fought nobody. You know, it's Virgil. It's gonna be the same shit. You know? But what could Errol Spence say? Terence Crawford ain't said nothing. He better be glad that ain't Muhammad Ali on the other end. Muhammad Ali would have wrecked Errol Spence mentally and emotionally. Tell me I'm lying. Muhammad Ali would have wrecked Errol Spence mentally and emotionally. He would never be the same again. Never. He'd have wrecked that dude, man. And Bud, he can deliver the death blow any day, any time now. He not under a non-disclosure agreement because he ain't signed the PBC. You know, Errol Spence already broke the code when he said that, oh man, if fight don't happen, it ain't my fault and all that, man. He already broke the code. So what's you know, at the end of the day, he can end Errol Spence anytime he feel like it. He can. He can make up lies if he want to. PBC, they could have been got out this fight with Terence Crawford. They could have been did it. The Pacquiao fight was the way to get out the fight. They're gonna fight Pacquiao, get the ring belt, get up out of there. That didn't happen. Now what? They never wanted this to be. What messed up their plans was the Pacquiao fight and Crawford getting released with Al Haymon without lawyers. That's what happened. And now Errol Spence ain't got nothing to say. Nothing to say. Well, what do we got to say? What does he have to say? What do you got to say? What is he saying? He posting the Cowboys. Come on. About Cooper Rush. We all know Cowboys ain't played nobody. They ain't played nobody. Best thing they play is what? 1-3 Tampa. What do you got to say? You want me to clear up something you probably heard on YouTube, huh? Laugh out loud. That was the 25th. We're in October now, almost a week in October. Come on, what do you got to say? Come on. What is there to talk about? Nothing. 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 At the end of the day, right now, they fighting over the Keith Thurman fight, him and Al Haymon. That's what they fighting over. They fighting over the Keith Thurman fight. Come on. Come on. They said Spence Thurman going at it with Haymon. So, Spence Thurman pressing for the fight. Spence don't want to fight him. Let me see what happened. Then he going around telling people he signed a contract, but there's no money because obviously if they needed the money, if they didn't need the money, it'd just go to Fox. You feel what I'm saying? So how do you sign a contract? There's no agreement because apparently Terence Crawford didn't agree until they opened the books. There's no network and there's no money from the network that's needed. So how did you sign a contract? Come on. Come on. He looking bad out here, dude. He looking like food out here. And you running from a little old lightweight. Keith Thurman, what do you say? Well, Terence Crawford too light in the ass. He too small. You know what I'm saying? I'll fight Terence Crawford. Could have fought Terence Crawford. Had all these months to fight. Could have fought Terence Crawford. Could have fought him. Keith Thurman and Crawford could have stayed the November date. Come on. Could have fought him, didn't. Come on. Errol Spence don't control his own destiny. He don't control his career. That's why Jamal Charlo looks so bad. And they say he ain't got no money neither, allegedly. Because he happened to keep borrowing from Al Haymon. But Al Haymon, he taxing interest onto them niggas' money, allegedly. So think about that for a minute. Come on. Come on. Jamal Charlo, allegedly Gary Russell, allegedly Jared Hurd. Come on, some of these niggas driving Lyft and Uber, bro. I'm not saying them in particular. Come on. Come on. I think Al Haymon was keeping all Big Charlo money, allegedly. He said that nigga be borrowing against the stone and can't pay it back. Haymon got those high-ass interest rates, allegedly. Come on. So if you're not active, you're not fighting, you don't have other, ways of income, you borrowing. You borrowing. And then not only does he hold their paychecks and accumulate interest off their paychecks, you know what I'm saying? Now you borrowing money from Al, and he super duper taxing the money. That's messed up. He's super duper taxing the money. So not only is he holding your money and accumulating interest off your money and then paying it in straight pay, now when you need money, you borrowing it and he taxing the money. Now, Bob Aaron was accused of doing the same thing. Bob Aaron was accused of doing the same thing. The same exact thing with Pacquiao. So Haymon can't keep you active. There's no guarantee in Haymon's contract. There's no guarantee that you have to fight. There's no guarantee amount of fights that you have to have in a year. So they can hold you out 2 years without giving you a fight. Troy don't say, well, Kobe 2K fan got to fight 3 times this year minimum or 1 time this year minimum. So then when you don't fight, then you like, man, I ain't got no money coming in. So then you got to borrow. Come on. Not only is he holding your check, you know what I'm saying, getting interest off the check. So then when you don't fight, you need money in between fights. Then he taxing you again. Then they saying that he taking all the budget money from Showtime and pocketing it, allegedly. So whatever the budget they give, is it $60 million a year? He taking that money and he pocketing it, allegedly. And Espinoza is still putting the money up for the regular Showtime fights for for the regular salaries. You know what I'm saying? So where is the money going? So don't believe that lies where they saying, well, the fighters making more money than the promoters. You got to be crazy, bro. Anytime somebody can pay you, you can never be above them. Anybody that can pay you what you live off, they can never you can never be bigger than them. That's why Jamon Charlo looks so bad. That's why he looks so bad out here. You know what I'm saying? With Benavidez and all that shit, because Al Haymon don't want to put him in there with Benavidez. Come on. Come on. That man right here, these niggas gonna blow over. And until a schedule drop from one of these one of these boxing networks and big fights start going on, it's not. Only next weekend might cover his ass, but then again, it's a PBC card next weekend. So people gonna be asking about Spencer Crawford. Kevin, what's going on? Chris, what's going on? Rock One, appreciate you, bro. He said, just wanted to say content been hit lately, bro. Appreciate it, Rock One. James Black. Flame what's going on? He said, one honest salute, CJ Spence been looking more contradiction than the truth. He ain't been the truth for quite some time, bro. He been the big guppy, the big catfish. He ain't been the truth for quite so long. He knew this wasn't gonna happen. He knew it. Rather salute. And now he telling Al that, well, I don't want to fight Keith Thurman. Here's what it is. I don't blame him. If I'm gonna go out there and take public ridicule and public backlash, then I'm gonna need a big bag to fight Keith Thurman. Kobe, salute. That's because he ain't worried about nothing. He's not emotional like Bud. You could say that, right? We could say, well, he not worried about nothing, right? But who's gonna fight next? Come on. Who's gonna fight next? And if he wasn't worried, then why you getting on these phones with these YouTubers trying to change the narrative? That's what you gotta ask yourself. Why is he putting out information to these YouTubers if it don't matter? Come on. Come on, if this not bothering him, why are you trying to do damage control behind the scenes? Why you getting on the phone with niggas and telling them, well, Al Haymon want this and I don't want to do that. But nigga, what your contract say? I do what Al say. Come on now. Come on. It wasn't emotional when he ran out the arena away from Bud. That wasn't emotional. I'm tripping. Maybe I'm just tripping. That wasn't emotional when he ran out the arena once, Bud knocked out Sean Porter. That wasn't emotional. I'm just asking. That wasn't emotional. He made that little Joe Camel hump face and got the hell up out of. Get the hell up out of there. God bless Eddie Setback Hart. He chased him down. He hawked Errol Spence down. That wasn't emotional. Come on. That wasn't emotional. It's crazy. That nigga literally ran. He literally ran out of that arena. Now you got guys, fighters starting to question him now. That's like when the old lion. That's like when the old lion become. When the king of the jungle, the king of the Sahara become old. That's what it's like when he become old. And the young lions start smelling blood. They come take him out. Come on. Come on. They forget Vince Bud to lead Tyrann just to come over and take a slave contract from a black man. And it's really not that they convincing him to take a contract. It's not. It's not. It's to deter him from taking the contract. At the end of the day, if he's willing to take a slave deal, take it and just retire. You know, that's like taking your girl, or you taking your girl phone, right? That's like you taking your girl phone and saying, "Well, I'm about to open this motherfucker," you know, or she take your phone, so I'm about to open it and go through it. She holding it hostage. That's what they doing. You know, you like, all right, man, I back off. And I ain't think Bub's gonna take the low ball offer. I didn't think so. I don't blame him though. Call the bluff. But people always say, well, Earl is not emotional and all that shit. Maybe he should. Maybe he should be a little bit more emotional. Cause he looking weak out here. He looking mad weak. You know, arguing with going back and forth. Well, you know, got Keyshawn Johnson his feelings, Keyshawn Davis in his feelings. And now look what. That's even more pressure on him. That's even more pressure on him. You know, and you give Al Haymon all this power over you. You give him all this power over you. And it's just like to the point where is this going to lead to? Where are you going to drop me off at? It's crazy. He said delusional. I mean, the only person that's delusional is you. You here. There's 1,000 other pro Errol Spence channels that you could be on. You here. You don't see me on their channel getting mad about what they saying. Anybody can shut down mentally by taunting him about blood. Okay, that's why if he was mentally strong, he'd be on the internet. He not. Bud came to Dallas for 2 weeks, bro. He left on vacation. Come on. He left on vacation, bro. Paid him Tom Brady, skill for skill. Tom Brady. Peyton Manning couldn't win it when it counted. Earl ain't worried about nothing, but at the end of the day, you here though, bro. You want to come on? Let me know. You here? Oh, Tampa 2-2. Hell, they beat. I remember they beat the Cowboys. Al been in practice, got EJ looking bad, but did talk shit to Bob. Bud did talk shit to Bob when he left. Al got his disparagement clause on all them dudes. Ain't what it is. You sign your life away. You sign intellectual property away. You sign your ability to sign somewhere else away. Tank claimed he ain't signed no one. Tank just said on Instagram that he ain't signed to no one. He said that. He said that he ain't signed to no one. We all know that's cap. Because you wouldn't have posted that meme about Floyd Mayweather if that's the truth. You would be signed somewhere else, just like Richardson is. You'll be signed somewhere else, just like he is. Uncle Al and Earl looking funny in the light, small fish. Yup. And then on top of that, if it was a ongoing process in boxing where everything was flowing like it's supposed to flow, it wouldn't look bad. As bad. It wouldn't. But look, literally ain't nothing going on in boxing. Literally, it's nothing going on in boxing. Think about that for a minute. It's literally nothing going on in boxing right now. Legitimately. It's nothing. Next weekend is the only good weekend for boxing. That's it. After that, ain't nothing going on. So people gonna continue to do this. He's scared to put his head on YouTube. He's scared to put his head on social media. Come on. Nobody care about Yellow Beezy's new album. Spence fans be looking stupid when Spence fights Sionis. I mean, which fight is worse? Spence fighting Thurman, Spence fighting Sionis. He said a promoter ain't a bank. Al was giving AB none of them loans. That's why he be cutting up like a nut. It's for his own good. Maybe loaned out. But you don't keep them active, but you taxing them. That's crazy. Somebody said Deontay Wilder asked Al to open up the books. Davion, what's going on? Al don't have no kids, right? So he's going to inherit all the money if these niggas die. You probably know he got a mama. Kofi, salute. He said Spence don't know what the term buck breaking meant in his contract with Al. Well, he wanted 400 plus fighters that signed buck breaking deals. But a lot of the principles that's in those contracts is in everybody else's contract. You know, Al Bob Arum, he did that to Nicholas Walters. And the difference between Thurman and Spence and AB, we seen them again. We ain't never seen Nicholas Walters again. Never. We never seen Nicholas Walters again. Kobe Universe says smash the like button, please, and click the link. Tree and sub to all social media platform podcast. Subscribe to Kobe Universe for the latest and greatest in hip hop news. But yeah, we ain't never seen Nicholas Walters again. So let's not act like this an isolated incident with Al Haymon. All these advisors, managers, promoters, whatever they want to be called, they got egos. They do. They do. It's the honest truth. But like I said, if Errol was to come out right now, what do you got to say? Then Espinoza is turn around and gonna say, well, the negotiations is ongoing, bro. What negotiations do? Y'all ain't made no ground on that contract. For it to come out that he ain't getting no guarantee, for that to come out, right? Or let's just say, in reality, it's a low guarantee. It's a low ball offer. Now you got people saying, well, why didn't Bud take the $13 million offer that was given to him? 35, $13 million deal. That was a rumor, bro. Now people starting to bring up rumors. That's a rumor. We don't know if it was a formal offer of 3 fights, $13 million, and you don't know how that money broke down either way. How do you know what the $13 million was? How do you know it wasn't $2 million to fight Errol Spence and the other 11 in the back two halves? Come on. Who want to sign with Al Haymon for 3 fights and give up intellectual property? Have no guarantee to fight. Them 3 fights could be 5 years down the line. He get mad at you. You know what I'm saying? Them 3 fights could be 10 years down the line. He get mad at you. Nobody want to sign. Nobody want to sign their life away. Nobody. Come on, sign your logo away. Sign your name away. Who want to do that? Davion said, but in this case, Bud, the hungry lion, Earl is the cub that's trying to be tough. He not tough. He wasn't tough when they went face to face. He wasn't tough when they went face to face. He wasn't. He put his head down and started talking to his mans and shit, trying to pick a fight with the smallest dude out there. Come on. He ain't tough, bro. He ain't built like Bud. A lot of people rock with him because they suburban niggas and they can relate to Errol Spence. They suburban niggas. They want to be street niggas. That's what these niggas on the internet is. That's why they went to the military. That's why they went to the military, because they couldn't hack it. A lot of these dudes couldn't keep their hands off the women in the military. Come on, that's why they on YouTube yelling and screaming and shit, because they can't get no pussy without not paying for it. Come on, this man literally ran out the arena, bro. When he knocked out Sean Porter. Travis, salute. He said a real man would clear his name. Exactly. It ain't about being emotional. A real man will clear his name. He can't clear nothing up that's a lie. What can you clear up? You sign to Al Haymon. So when you sign to Al Haymon is to handle all your business. You give Al Haymon the right to negotiate, the right to do everything in the square circle. Any ideas you come up with, Al Haymon. You know what I'm saying? Your name, Al Haymon. Come on, you sign all that shit away. Then he said he didn't think he got a signing bonus neither. What's going on, bro? Neutral Natural Salute. He said it was good with Easy Route yesterday. What you do yesterday? And I don't mean Spence. Who you talking about? Come on. All the dudes over there getting played. In reality, Al Haymon is a promoter. He far more than a promoter. Then Errol Spence just fighting the WC mandatory 2 fights ago against Danny Garcia. Yep. So it shouldn't be his next fight be the WBA mandatory. It don't necessarily work that way. They still got a regular champ. Someone should do a documentary on Nicholas Waters, how he just been erased from boxing almost. Man, almost he is been. Greenwood stock. So when will they break point from Benavidez and Charlo, Tank Davis, and the rest? This might make a great documentary one day, escaping Al Haymon. Yep. They probably can't even talk about it for 100 years. Appreciate the super chat. They probably can't even talk about it for 100 years. Al Haymon probably said, you can't speak on my shit for 100 years. He playing them. With all that, where'd you think all that power from? Now people say, well, you know, when is they gonna order the Jerron boots in this fight? Man, are y'all fucking crazy? Are y'all crazy? Even the boots sign over to Al Haymon, they gonna marinate that shit too. They gonna marinate that shit too. And what's messed up is Terence Crawford is gone from Top Rank. He gone from Top Rank. He gone from Top Rank. So it ain't like he gonna go back. More than likely, he's not gonna go back. You know? Eddie Hearn said, you know, his money looking funny. He's signing prospects. So at the end of the day, y'all made it where, you know, you cut out Top Rank, right? You made him cut out Top Rank, so it ain't like he can go back to Top Rank. You know what I'm saying? It's the only place he can eat at. Y'all cornered the market and expect why he's still knocking at the door because he ain't got nowhere else to go. Come on. Where else he gonna go? Nowhere else to go. You cornered the market, now you got what you was looking for. When you could have just made the fight with Bob Brown, could have split the losses or split the gains. If you thought this fight was gonna lose, why not split it with Bob Brown? They know this fight gonna make money. They just trying to protect Errol Spence, and I don't understand why. That's what I don't understand, why they trying to protect Errol Spence. He ain't gonna be no star in the long haul. The fight's just not there at 54, and at 60, it's not there. If he beat Canelo Alvarez, then yeah, but that's 168 pounds. Come on. Earl should do IBF and then the WBA mandatory. Man, he not going to fight Jerron Ennis, and is Jerron Ennis the formal mandatory? That's the question. Is he the mandatory? Mikey Garcia was able to be flexible with Al Haymon. Mikey Garcia, you know, probably had a good lawyer. IBF haven't ordered a mandatory in 4 years for Errol Spence. To let you know everything you need to know. Then they get caught for selling rankings. Then they get caught for selling rankings, open spots. So it really shouldn't be no surprise at all. There should be no surprise. So don't be appalled by none of this at all. I'm breaking up. They hating. I'll be able to protect Errol Spence. Bob Arum just said. Bob Arum just said Errol. I don't know what that meant. So what if I want to take the easy route? He said that. He sure did. Bob Arum just said Earl is scared of Crawford because he know he can't win. Where he said that at? Let me know where he said that at. I play it. Everybody know that. Everybody know that. We knew that from day one. We knew that from the day they went head up in Oklahoma City at the Cesados hooker fight. We knew that. We knew that. That ain't no mystery. That ain't no mystery. We knew that. The Eurosexuals knew that. That's what they were saying earlier this year. That we really don't want to see the fight. I don't want to see him fight Bud and all that type of stuff. They were saying that. Not us. They've been inconsistent. Earl just another good fighter. Yeah. He ain't no prideful dude. But I guess when you sign with Al Haymon, you ain't gotta worry about pride no more. You know what I'm saying? I guess when you sign with Al, you don't have to worry about pride no more. You might as well go ahead and swallow it. You give him all control. All control. Ocampo was easy to be ordered since he wasn't a threat. Okay. Welcome back. So you ain't got to worry about pride. You won't. When somebody else control your whole career, what you worry about? What you worry about anything for? It's on autopilot. It ain't about what you want. The Charlos will tell you that shit quick. We don't make the fights. We just fight who they tell us to fight. And that diffused a lot of shit right there. Earl out here telling I'm a boss and all that shit, man. Nigga looking like fool, bro. Nigga sisters make you look like fool. Don't forget that picture of him and Kayla Platinum, niggas. Can I pull that up? Hold on. This nigga got too many, like, I don't even know if you can pull that picture up. It was at Wilder Fury 3. Man, hold on. That nigga was sitting there and Errol Spence was sitting, looking like he didn't even want to be there, bro. He was sitting right in front of Crawford and his Shakur and his sister. That nigga was sitting right in front of them niggas like he didn't want to be there. You got to remember, dude, go back to that beginning of the Ugas press conference when that one reporter asked about Spence and Crawford. He said, well, after this, will you fight Spence and Crawford? We'll see. Remember he said that? We'll see. What you mean we'll see, nigga? Then all of a sudden, the fight started getting closer. I can't find a picture, but all of a sudden the fight started getting closer, so they start answering Terence Crawford's name to sell the tickets. To sell the fight. Remember that? And they start saying his name. This ain't what they wanted, bro. This ain't what they wanted. And right now, dude, Al Haymon don't have a network. You know what I'm saying? And they in trouble. And good. And people say, well, why you don't like Al Haymon? I mean, is it that obvious, dude? He not making fights. He stopped more fights than he done made big fights. And don't give me the Floyd Mayweather shit. Come on. It took them, a few years to fight Manny Pacquiao? Pacquiao had to get knocked out and had to get beat down a couple more before Floyd got in the ring with him. Tell me I'm lying. Come on. Floyd ran from Pacquiao for half a decade, bro. Yeah, the first nigga, he on steroids. You supposed to be TBE. I'm pretty sure you fought a lot of niggas on steroids, bro. You ain't even know it. That's the crazy shit about it for me. Crazy. Real crazy. The real crazy thing about it. But it's what it is. But people, this letting you know people still defending this is crazy. Johnson, salute. IBF not ordering the mandatory until Spence dropped the belts. And that's the reality. I believe, if my memory serves me correctly, I'm just use allegedly protect myself. They got popped for selling spots. Yeah, they got popped for selling spots. Selling ranking spots. Come on, I don't even think they ordered a mandatory. Boots ain't the mandatory, he just number one. Now remember, what was the old boy that came over from Top Rank? He was the mandatory. Qdoba. 4 years no mandatory. I tweeted IBF and they ain't respond. Of course they not. Spencer Jamaica hiding from Bud. Man, Bud came to Dallas for 2 weeks, bro. UFC fight and the Maurice Hooker fight with Virgil Ortiz. And Earl fled to Phoenix, bro. It's so much. Come on. And now he ain't got shit to say. And before Coppinger dropped that little bout that the fight was falling apart, Bud and them didn't even know what was going on. They agreed. And they were saying before that had dropped, between us, they were saying that they didn't hear anything. So all of a sudden they didn't hear nothing. It went from they didn't hear nothing until they want to see the expenses. That's what happened. That's what happened. And then you got Jamil Charlo saying he couldn't even beat Erickson Lubin. Look here, bro. Your brother's named Jamal Charlo. That's your brother's keeper, and he your keeper. Right? What you dipping in this conversation? What you protecting Errol Spence for? Errol Spence a grown ass man. He don't need Jamil Charlo to protect him. Matter of fact, if they ain't trying to fight, you need to be trying to get in the ring with Errol Spence. You need to be trying to get in the ring with Errol Spence. Come on. He give you every reason in the book. He'll give you every reason in the book. You know what I'm saying? On, why shouldn't they fight Errol Spence shouldn't fight Terence Crawford. Oh, who he beat? Who he do this? Who he do that? Jamil Charlo, man. Who the fuck did you beat? Who did you beat? What fight you had? You fought for Undisputed twice, and ain't nobody come to the fight. Come on, you fought for Undisputed twice, and ain't nobody come to your fight. Come on, you fought in San Antonio, and ain't nobody come. You had $250 floor tickets. You ain't even been close in no super fight. And when you start looking at Jamil Charlo's resume, he had way more close fights than clear victories in his fights. From Gabriel Rosado to Vanis Monterosian, and he better be glad Demetrius Andrade pulled out of that shit. Because Demetrius Andrade would have beat the dog walk shit out of Jamil. He was losing to what's my man's name? What's his name? What's my man's name? John Jackson. John Jackson was beating his ass. Whatever reason he stopped punching, So he can't be going around here talking like he can't be talking like he top shotter neither. Bruh had been in some a lot of debatables, bro. He'd have been into a ton of debatables. A ton of them. But he said, Baby mama boy said the Spence too flat-footed for Bud and Bud will win. At the end of the day, dude, what's changing his opinion now? Come on, what's changing his opinion now? That's what you got to understand. What's changing his opinion now? What's changing that opinion? Now, because he got a connection with Bud and them? That's what you got to ask yourself. What's changing his opinion now? That's the $1 million question. What's changing his opinion? Because Bud and them reaching out to him and speaking to him. Come on. That's crazy to me. What's changing his opinion now? That's all I want to know. What's changing? Let me know. Anthony Ware salute. He said it's on the shorts. This ain't what that won't. They won't. Hold on real quick. Here, if somebody want to jump on, y'all can jump on real quick before I get off. Get ready to go to work, bro, tomorrow. Hold on. I've been off since like last Thursday, bro. I was supposed to go back today. I didn't feel good. So why nobody standing on the Bud hate they've been doing for these last 4 years? Exactly. Because Errol Spence been feeding them information. That's the difference. Earl been feeding them information. And it's been bad information. That's the difference. Come on. Salute, bro. Zach. These boxers get an LLC and start saying they're their own boss. They're a boss of that business, but the business leased on to PBC. So basically, PBC control any intellectual property. Come on. Any intellectual property. Come on. He owns logos, names. You know what I'm saying? So it's an intellectual property. IP refers to creation of the mind, such as inventions, literary, artistic works, designs, symbols, names, images used in commerce. Come on. Logos, bro. Business ideas. TV show ideas. Salute for not putting in the work. Appreciate it, bro. Rebel life. All that. I went to boot camp for damn near 3 months and this fight still ain't been announced. Damn. You made it through? Congratulations. What's up? Trout. He supposed to be TBE. Harrison. He was losing to Harrison in the second fight. In the Trout fight, man, Trout was really winning that fight other than the rabbit punches. He was hitting the nigga on the back of his head. That probably was Trout fault, though, to be honest. So, you got to give it to him. Earl going to be undisputed at 54. Hell no. They will never allow that to happen. He ain't going to be undisputed at 54. I thought you said Terence Crawford. My bad. Crawford. That's going to be hard to do, too. I don't know. Going to shorts. Yeah, you can just go to the shorts. Errol Spence is the welterweight version of Anthony Joshua. Why? He could be. I think Errol Spence is a little bit more mentally tougher than him. He's not as emotional, as Anthony Joshua. So Al owns the big fish and the truth. He probably getting a percentage of them t-shirts too. I'm joking, but you probably do. He probably do. And that's the sad shit about it. That's the real sad shit about it. And last time I checked, saying Errol Spence a grown ass man. Errol Spence a grown ass man. That's the crazy thing about it. He could defend himself. What do you need? That's why y'all should have knew when Kenny Porter came out talking about Spence too big. You know what I'm saying? And then and then uh Jamil Charlo came out the blue and he started saying that oh, he couldn't be lubing and all that. That's when I knew something funny was about to happen. That's when I knew something funny was about to happen. That's when I knew something. When they start saying that, and the very next day, after all that, after I read that shit, here they go. Here they go. Here they go. Here they go. Oh, the fight is falling apart faster than ever, and bro, the fight was never on, bro. It was never on. It was never on. Come on. And if they really believed in him, why not feed him to Jamil Charlo? Errol Spence can't look no worse than he look now. At least you can go to Jamil Charlo and be like, well, this fight is doable. It's a lot less, money involved with Jamil Charlo than Errol and Terence. Why not? I don't get that. Why not? That just don't make any sense. Oh, shout out Leathers in the Cash App. Appreciate it, bro. Oh, and shout out to Anthony too. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate both of y'all. I'm just not seeing it. Appreciate y'all. That's my thing about it. And then Jamil Charlo come out and say, oh, he ain't better than this, and who he fought. I mean, nigga, who did you fight? That's the crazy shit. Like, who did you fight, dude? He said, so I read it down. I said, this feels like Hagler and Leonard's negotiation, of course. And what they looking for is Terence Crawford to have a Mugabe fight where it looked like he's starting to slow down so they can jump in there. Years from now, there will be a case study in business school about the scheme ran by Al Haymon through PBC, and will. It sounds like he done finesse niggas out a lot of money. That's what it seemed like. He finessed people out a lot of money. That's what it looked like, bro. The stuff that he being accused of, it seemed like him and Steven Espinoza running a hell of a scheme on Showtime. If it's true that they paid him the annual budget up front, he allegedly pocketed that budget, right? Then Espinoza still was paying the salaries fighters out. Come on. And now we a couple weeks into we a couple weeks into the fall, and we still don't have a schedule. And nonetheless, you don't have a DAZN or a Top Rank schedule. Do we? Hold on. You hear about some fights that's going on, but ain't no. So this is the weakest fall schedule that I ever seen, bro. Conor Ben and Eubanks, that's a good fight, but in America, it don't hold no weight. Then you got Fondoro Campo. Kavaliauskas now fighting on PBC versus Michael Fox. Carlos Adames versus Montiel. I heard the winner of that was supposed to get Charlo for a vacant IBF, vacant WBC, Lil Charlo, but I don't think that's happening. And then the 15th, you got Clarissa Shields, Savannah Marshall, Mikael Mayer, Alicia Baumgardner, Devin Haney, Cambosos, Wilder Hellenius on pay-per-view, which is a fucking joke. Then you got Liam Paro taking on Brock Jarvis on the zone. So you got 1, 2, 3, you got 4 fight cards. Got a feeling about the Haney fight, but I'll keep it to myself for now. You got Floyd Schofield fighting Thursday, October 20th. He the one that's the one that just signed with De La Hoya now. Then the 29th, you got Katie Taylor taking on Karen Kalabala. That's the zone. That's in London. Then you got Joseph Diaz and William Tapeta. That's a good fight. Then you got Lomachenko, Jermaine Ortiz on ESPN Plus. And Rubizio taking on Macedon. That might be the fight of the night. Then you got Jake Paul and Silva. So the 15th and 29th are the hotbed fights for boxing. Then you got Kanita. I don't know who the hell these are small dudes. I can't pronounce that name, but no disrespect. They fight on ESPN Plus Tuesday, November 1st. The 5th, you got Beagle taking on Gilberto Ramirez. Okay, I don't know. I'm going to guess that Williams Zepeda and Joseph Diaz is fighting November 5th because they got it on here twice. So I'm going to go with the 5th. So that's in Dubai. Then Zepeda and Joseph Diaz is the November 5th. Sonny Edwards, who cares? Montana Love taking on Steve Sparks. I think he'd be fighting on. He's gonna be fighting. What's the kid's name? Richard Hitchison sometime next year is what I'm feeling. Then you guys, Dana Big taking on Denzel Bentley. That's on the 12th. Natasha Jones, her fine ass. I just watched for her. And that's it so far in Warrington. So that's it. It's a little bit more plentiful than I thought it was, but there's some showbox cards in there as well too. So ain't really shit going on. You know. What's up, Chris? What's going on? He said the Zone has a schedule for October. They're gradually posting fights for November, December. Appreciate it. People didn't like like Allen music business. Of course he didn't. He doing the same thing. He doing the same thing here, taking his show on the road. It is what it is. And these dudes suffering. They say some of these dudes doing Instacart, they doing Uber and Lyft. You know, Thomas Delorme was doing Lyft when he signed with Floyd Mayweather and them. He was a fucking Lyft driver. He's a fucking Lyft driver, dude. You know? They say it's other guys doing the same thing over there. And it's pretty pathetic, honestly, dude. It's pretty pathetic. But it's life. It's life. But at the end of the day, dude, these dudes in slave contracts. It's slave contracts. That's what it is. It's slave contracts. And at the end of the day, we'll see. But also, it appears to be a lot of validity to the issues between Steven Espinoza and Al Haymon. Make sure y'all thumbs up the video. It seems to be a lot of validity in that. Because we still don't have a schedule. We still don't have a schedule. So Al Haymon, if Al Haymon is literally, oh, here we go right here. Somebody sent it to me. Hold on. We're going to end off on this. Al Haymon, it's real serious at this point. Al Haymon I don't know what Al Haymon his alternative is.
It's the best thing Terence can do in the meantime as he's, kind of buying time, waiting for that fight.
Forget the Spence thing. I mean, Spence knows he can't beat Crawford, and he's going to go up and wait.
Y'all heard him.
You heard him. That's just recently. He said Spence knows he can't beat Terence Crawford, so he's just gonna go up and wait. You heard him.
Yeah. What's the best thing Terence can do in the meantime as he's, kind of buying time, waiting for that fight?
Forget the Spence thing. I mean, Spence knows he can't beat Crawford, and he's going.
There you go. Everybody know it, bro. Bob Barron, we don't know when he lying and telling the truth, but when they was face to face in Oklahoma City, you knew it. You knew it. You knew it. You knew it, bro. The energy the energy told you everything you need to know about that gathering right then and there. He don't want no problem with that man. He don't want no problems, bro. None. None. He don't want no problems. And everybody know it, dude. He done said it 1,000 times over and over again. He done said it 1,000 times over and over again. When somebody keep telling you something, you might as well pay attention, dude. PBC like Motown, trusting us ENT. She had a great another Spence live. Buzz signs a contract. Well, he ain't signed. Errol Spence ain't signed the contract. Ain't no contract. It ain't no network. It ain't no money. Ain't no money without the network. And ain't no network. Something definitely going on. Of course it is. You don't have a whole schedule. And what you also gonna get is Jesse Hart is taking on Benavidez. It look like. That's what it look like. Jesse Hart is taking on Benavidez. That's just a little rumor going around the rumor mill. You know, it ain't no contract, bro. There's no network. There's no money. If you don't believe me, it ain't no network. Go look where the PBC schedule at. Ain't no network. Ain't no money, bro. I get a check. I don't need to see the books. Of course, you need to see the books if you're getting paid off the net. You understand what the net is, bro? If I'm getting paid off of tickets and pay-per-view only, I need to know who all in front of me. I need to know who all gonna get I need to know who all getting paid in front of me before I get my check. You gotta understand it's not off the gross. It's a net pay. You don't guarantee nothing. So I'm not guaranteed no money, bro. Then I'm financing myself getting out there. And I might turn around, win, get a check for $25. Come on. And Errol Spence still probably getting the percentage of the gate and the pay-per-view. So he getting what you getting plus a guarantee. At that point, you better off beating his ass in the street. Honestly. You know, and Terence Crawford kind of remind me of the Russell brothers. You know, and rest in peace to their father. He a real black, pro-black dude. That's a real pro-black family. But sometimes I say this about pro-blackness. I say this about pro-blackness, dude. Sometimes you can be too pro-black. Put your faith too much into black people. Because they'll do you dirty in a New York minute just as the other do you dirty in a New York minute. Look at Terence Crawford, bro. Why he signed with Bob Brown? Why wouldn't you sign with Bob Brown? Yeah, he can ridicule me and talk shit, but I'm going to get my check. And he's right. He should forget about Errol Spence. But then again, it's hard to forget about Errol Spence because then the next thing I want to move on to is Jermell Charlo. And they under the same company. He said the same shit Spence saying. They don't want to fight. They don't want to fight. They don't want to fight. So what can you do? So you fuck with Eddie Hearn and start fighting bums. You make an agreement with Bob Arum and go back fighting the same guys that you was fighting for glory and for, a nice check. That's the question. That's the question. Or do I just, hold on to the belt? And when Errol Spence move up, I walk away from this shit. At the end of the day, he's a Hall of Famer already. I'm gonna hold on to it so he won't be undisputed. I think that might be the end game. But everybody know he pussy now. And that's just what it is. If you're an employee, you getting a guarantee. Exactly. But Kovalev didn't get a guarantee versus Andre Ward in the second fight. But he still brought home $3 million. So, no, you ain't. It's been times when fighters didn't get no guarantee. Hey, Dan Rafael, he got the commission check. He didn't get no guarantee. Bush negotiated a contract with his own on the fight next Joshua. I mean, you can't ask no motherfucking Crawford to fight on no Joshua card. It's disrespectful. She says their money offshore PBC laundering. I don't even know if they laundering, bro. I can't even say they laundering. Because if they was laundering money, bro, they'd have been brought this business down. They had fucked over too many white people, bro. Think about it. Provolov, whoever the dude who used to own the Nets, you know, Joseph Tsai, Wadman Reed, Fox, Showtime, too many white people being fucked over. So it's likely getting a guarantee based on his original contract agreement. And that's true, probably. You think Charlo might cry if he don't get the Canelo fight? Nah, man. I'm hearing, dude, that nigga down bad. I leave it at that. Bud, here's 10 million. Go sit down and shut up. At the end of the day, bro, Errol Spence ain't even getting 10 million. I say go to 60, man. That's too much to ask somebody of that size. That's way too much to ask somebody to go to 160. That's a lot to ask Errol Spence to go to 160. C-Dub, salute. PBC is a joke. They all protected. And at the end of the day, that's true. You're gonna protect the entity, and that's true as well too. But everybody is a product of matchmaking. Even if you got some losses and it made you a better fighter like Marvin Hagler, or it made you look better than you actually are. But they don't have a schedule, so that's telling you everything you need to know. Real talk. And then I ain't the one to protect no Irishman, but I call it how it is. All this time, Kinahan been doing business with the sanctioned belt bodies, with a number of fighters allegedly, a number of promoters and managers. All of a sudden, they start negotiating the fight with Showtime and PBC allegedly, and then then they start kind of pressing him even more. That don't look good. I always remember that Errol Spence went over there to meet with Kinahan when he was over there in the Middle East. That was a business meeting to meet with Kinahan. And Kinahan probably was going to put the money up. And it sounded like, somebody over there dealing with, that Errol Spence side of the street dropped the dime on Kinahan. All of a sudden, he started negotiating with allegedly Spence and PBC about this fight. And then he ended up going to jail. Tell me how that sounds. Tell me. Or he ended up getting pressed. Now he ain't go to jail. Come on. Tell me how that sounds. Tell me I ain't stupid. You start negotiating with Al and them allegedly, and then they start pressing you even harder. Then company starts shutting down. Come on. Somebody dropped the dime on them. You know who it was. He been dealing with everybody in boxing for a while. Everybody. All of a sudden, he get involved in Spencer Crawford. He lose everything. Come on. I know they gonna criticize me for the hook on this song. Like, I give a fuck. I'm just a crook on this song. Come on. I'm trying to tell y'all, pay attention. And I can't believe people still asking why people don't like Al Haymon, bro. Y'all got some questions I'll answer them real quick. That's what I don't get. Why people asking why people don't like Al. He don't make fights. He permit more fights to make them. He do. Where's up? Come on. All the fight, man, he stopped the Don Stevenson and Kovalev. Come on. He came and took the Adonis Stevenson to Showtime. We didn't forget. Then they said, hey, Kovalev turned around and ducked. Come on. Get up out of here. Crazy. I don't know what that meant. But not big enough to go to 60. He not. 54 is questionable, honestly. Ask a man to jump up 4 weight classes. It's not like that's a lot to ask, bro. And ain't no money up there, no way. Who we gonna fight? Janibek? Andrade wouldn't even fight Janibek. Too much. So the question is, how long is the cash runway, which is investing term? How long can they continue before the meltdown like 2008 housing market? You're seeing it right now. Without a network, ain't no cash. That's what the company run off of. Without a network, ain't no cash. So they have no schedule right now. They have no means of putting on the fight. So it's burning right now. And either he gonna deliver the fights they want, or come January 2022, he gotta go find a new home. And at that point, how can he create a channel? Can he create an app? You know, where he put on these fights on his own platform is the question. If I was a bet man, it's gonna be an app. Crawford getting on the zone, too much weight between them. They playing hardball. Haymon, God, Al Haymon, laugh out being tight. I hope they counter and come to the middle ground. I just point out, I hope he just out the game. Hate to say it, dude, about a black man, but he's a cancer. My thing is, what the F does Al even get out of this? You losing money, you're not even making money. I mean, man, you think he losing money. He making money. He making money. What they're allegedly saying, if he is taking if he getting an annual boxing budget of $60 million or whatever it was 60 at one point, and he pocketing it, and Espinoza is paying the fighter salaries, he got a lot to gain off of it. If I'm taking the whole, they said he got 1.5 billion to start PBC, 900 of it coming from Water and Reed and whatever the other half. They say he took at 0.5 off the top and pocketed, allegedly. And that's what they do. When they pay them for the fights, as knows if we go 4 million for David and Jose, well, he's gonna have 1.5 for Danny. Here go 900 for Jose. I'm just saying, I'm gonna spend a half on the PBC. I'm gonna pocket the rest. So not only is he getting paid from the annual budget of in a flat fee of 60 or whatever it is, he taking money off the net from the network for the fighter salary. He definitely, if somebody keep coming, to an area, you see a dog keep coming to an area every day, he must be finding something to eat. He got a lot to gain. Earl is a joke. Al Haymon fought. I mean, the deal not gonna be right if you're not signing like Devin Haney for a few fights. You got signed for a few fights and I walk away from that shit. You got all the leverage then, because if he beat Errol Spence, and that's if. So if they gonna shortchange you like this, what they gonna do on the what they gonna do on the scorecards then? If they fuck you on the money, mess you over on the scorecards. Earl got fight, Bud not so much. At the end of the day, he losing Patreons. So it don't even matter. People ain't his tickets was $35 for that last fight with Ugas. Nobody gonna pay for that Keith Thurman fight, bro. Keith Thurman did 30,000 pay-per-views. The only way they paying for a fight for Errol Spence if he fight Jamal Charlo, Canelo Alvarez. That's it. Nobody else paying for none of that other shit. Errol got fights though, leverage on PBC. Nobody paying for that shit no more, bro. Ain't nobody bought a Ugas fight. You know Sean Porter and Terence Crawford did more than Ugas and Errol Spence? And he don't have no leverage. You can say he got fights. He don't have any lucrative fights without the Charlo twins, without Canelo Alvarez. That's the difference. Bud can go fight Virgil Ortiz. Bud can go fight Blair Cobb. It's always options. Bud can move up and be the Super WBO champion and force Jamil Charlo to drop the belt. Bud can turn around and still fight Josh Taylor and move up. Don't believe that. Bud got options. Demetrius Andrade got options. We might not know him or like him, but he got options. Big Earl kiss Al Haymon on the neck, man. I don't know, bro. That's between them. Keith Spence don't close the same numbers, but no, nobody buying that fight. Tell you that right now. Nobody buying that fight. It's gonna be Virgil Ortiz or somebody like that. He might just walk away. You never know. He don't have a mandatory till 2023. Man, tired of these dudes, Spence and his fans, a bunch of cowards kind of men on his generation. Like, seriously. You're right. You're right. Boycott PBC. You ain't got much to boycott. They ain't got a schedule. Bud does have options. Got with Top Rank. Take care. He can do anything. Bud's friend put out there, it ain't Earl. He said Bud friends put out there, it ain't Earl. Man, bro, it is Earl. You signed to Al Haymon. When you signed to Al Haymon, that's your fault. You hand over all power to Al Haymon. It is you. And even if it was Al Haymon and it wasn't Earl, nigga, you signed to Al Haymon. When you sign your life away, nigga, you sign your life away. He got all power over you. So you hand him that control, it is Earl. It is Al. I mean, it is Earl. Don't matter how you slice the cake. He knew Earl didn't want to make that fight. He the one that told people, oh, Crawford on the wrong side of the street. Crawford all smoke and mirrors. Now who all smoke and mirrors? Now who all smoke and mirrors? I don't even know if I saw it yet because my phone behind. But yeah, I seen that. I shouted to the Cash App about you and Anthony. Appreciate y'all the Cash App. Yep. Everyone not gonna duck. Call that man though. Keith next in Boots. Man, Boots. He ain't gonna fight no Boots. That nigga move up before he fight Boots. You heard what Bob Arum said. Errol is gonna move up. Why don't he make fights? I don't know. Somebody gotta ask him. Somebody in Pablo Salute gotta ask him. Well, he ain't fighting. They ain't letting him fight Charlo at all. So, I don't know, man, but I'm out, man. Appreciate y'all, man. Hopefully you listen to this in the morning on Amazon, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, the whole 9. Those are the video. Share the video. Subscribe to the channel. Peace.